So, today is actually, let's see, day 7. And I have actually already done day 7 because I want to talk about some other things today. But for day 7, today is daylight savings, coming off of daylight savings. So, I guess as they say, we've lost an hour. But we know that time is an illusion, so really nothing's really been lost. But so on the seventh day, actually, I'm giving you a sneak peek into the second edition of my guides, because in the second edition, there's going to be an additional step that I've started to do, which is on the seventh day. I go through my manifestation, my affirmations. Um, and as you know, if you've been with me, mine right now on this 30-day journey is I am free of all credit card debt now. I am free of all credit card debt now. I am free of all credit card debt now. And if you go through on this guide anyway, you end up doing it 23 times, writing through, repeating that. And once you write it through, then you would read those over again. This gets into the robotic part of it, and it just gives you some guidance. I know when I first started with robotic affirmations, it was kind of hard to keep track, just saying it, I guess. And I tried it time wise, and I don't know. So I just thought I wanted something where I could sort of follow along and also add some other pieces here, because I like the scripting part of it. I like journaling, and this gives me that scripting feel. But filling in here the I am affirmations and coloring in, that also gives me the visual part of it. Saying it out loud gives me the audio, the audio part of like me being able to hear it. So I like it. For me, it just puts me in the right mindset on a lot of different angles. And so that's why I like to do it. But I particularly like the I am statement on the seventh day. And then if you look over here, you'll see we're back to I am wealthy, which is what we did on day 1. And so what happens is the I am start to repeat after the seventh day. And remember, all of this is about putting ourselves in the mindset of having, not focused on not having, which is just making it another method, something to try to get something. So if I'm trying to get it, then I have to accept that, I don't already have it. And that's not where we want to be. We want to know and recognize our true power, which is the power that comes from within, and knowing that it is done. It is done. Regardless of what's happening out here, regardless of what the facts are. I have 3 credit cards that are maxed, and I have that credit card debt. And those are the facts. But the truth, which lives within inside of me and within my knowledge and within my spirit, is that I'm free of all that. That's not my experience, and that's how I choose to live. And when I decided to live in that fashion, and just release the worry about it, um, you know what it's brought? Just peace of mind. I'm going about my day. Yes, I have to still make my payments and all that's being done, and it's fine. You know what I mean? There are other things that I choose to put my energy toward because I've already chosen where I'm at on it, and it is done. And I like this I am money. I remember when I got this affirmation from the guy that I started out with here on YouTube was Robert Zink, uh, older gentleman. Many of you probably have come across. He's been doing it for a while. Very prolific. And this is one of the earlier affirmations that I got from him, and I can't say I really understood it at first. I'm like, I am money, because at that point, really coming from not having, really coming from lack, and how can I get it? Until over these last 4 years, I've gotten to understand that we are the source of our life. Like, it's not out there. It's not out. It's not somewhere outside of you, outside of me, trying to get the thing. And so, yeah, I am money. And another thing that I like to say is that money flows through me. Money flows from me. I like to do that every morning, uh, either while I'm doing my EFT tapping, which is very nice. You can look into that EFT tapping. Um, to just say money flows through me and money flows from me, and to remind myself that I am the source. Whatever money I'm making now, which uh, on the surface, if I get into that mode and they say, oh, well, I'm not making enough. There's not enough to do and meet the things that I want to meet. And on a 3D physical level, yeah, some you might say that, but inside, I am money. I am the source of all the money that I need. And that's why I take the time to affirm these points and go through my I ams and recognize that, yeah, I am the source of all that is good in my life. And unfortunately, I'm also the source of the things that are not so good. I recognize that too. And it's about just maintaining that focus to know, hey, well, I'm the source. I can create these things. This is what makes me you, master manifestors, dream makers, miracle workers, is knowing that I am money, money is me, money flows through me, and money flows from me. So today I came up to the rooftop and just enjoying the sun. It's not a cloud in the sky. And I did on day 7. I went through, wrote it. That's my 23 times. Then I read through it twice. Okay. Then take the time to fill in I am money. And to be, I like this time of filling in because it's sort of like, it really just drills you in. When you've got something in front of you, and you're trying to fill it in and stay within the lines, that kind of thing. It just puts your focus on where you want to be, and at the end to read it and know that. Then once I fill that in, then I go through and I read it 2 more times. And again, this is the whole robotic part of it, just repetition, putting your spirit and your awareness where you want it to be, not where society is telling you it should be, not where what you've learned through family and friends over time, and this is what you should worry about concerning just knowing that it's done, knowing your power, and then trusting that everything will come together for the good. I always say the universe is always working in my favor. So I'll see things that occur, and I'm like, man, why is it going down like this? But I'll come back and just say, it's all in my favor. It's all aligning me with where I want to be. And then you can move on. That's how I want to get through my day. Like, I have the power to choose whether something is good or bad. Like, it isn't good or bad on its own. You know what I mean? Um, just going to put my selenite tower here. Oh, yeah, I haven't shown you my selenite. This is, I kind of got into crystals early on in my journey, and this is really my favorite piece. This is my tower of selenite that I found at a crystal shop. And selenite, for me anyway, and you might find other crystals that resonate in a different way, but selenite for me, and what its supposed purpose is a cleansing stone, clearing negative energies, kind of getting you focused on positive things in your life. And I found that I can grab my selenite tower when I'm in a mode or starting to spiral and just grab some selenite. I put it to my heart, and just get grounded and allow it to clear. So that's, you'll see in my videos, my selenite tower. But it's a little windy up here. I think it's okay. So just to wrap this up, then I will go through and read those through one more time. I am free of all credit card debt. Now, let's go down line by line, and I want you to replace this. If we were here next to each other out here on this great sunny day doing this, and you had your own guide and you were doing it, you know what you would be putting here. Maybe it's the same thing. Or maybe it's something else related to money and finances. So as we go through line by line, you also, let's take this time to go through and know that your affirmation is really in place. And I had decided early on that I wasn't going to do sort of like the quick videos that give you the technique that's going to bring you the stuff in 3 days and all that kind of thing, which I'm not hating on those, because I think there's power in those, and I do watch those some days. But for me, I wanted this time where we could focus on our true power, and not so much on getting the stuff. Yes, we want that situation. We want it to come from our imagination, from the 4D, as they call it, into the 3D, right? Um, yes. But at the same time, and probably more importantly, you just have to recognize that where it matters is imagination. That is the true reality. And what's out here is a reflection of what is inside. And so this gives us a time to take it line by line and just repeat those affirmations and focus on the fact that the power lies within. And all those answers will come from within you, not some magical source outside, not some magical power that's deciding, yeah, you get it, and this one doesn't get it. It's just focusing and putting that attention and putting your awareness on where you want to be. Let me bring the tower in here and hold things down a bit. Okay. So, yeah. And also, I tell you guys, I just feel better. I feel better. I just feel better reading it. I feel better being in this space, looking at my IMs. Um, once I've gone through another time, and I've figured it out that once I've gone through this process each day, I've said my affirmation 115 times. And I just like that. It's no specific, significance of that number, but I just like that. I like to know that, yeah, I've gone over it, 115 times today. And then at the end, I'll fill in my circle. Again, it's more of a focus point. Recognize where I've come, 7 days on this journey. And just to know that, yeah, when I get to 30 days, it's not like I'm going to wake up and there's going to be a magic present. It could. I have the expectation. It's not about that though, right? Why am I trying to worry about when, how, where? Like, if you're truly believing that it's already done, then you're not going to have those feelings of worry and concern about, okay, when can I make this payment? When can I get it all cleared? And it's sort of, that's why I take this time for us to just go through it. What are you affirming on? What's your foundational belief? Who are you truly in this world? Not what they see you as, not what you've been told you should be, but your true, authentic self. And once you fill that in, to me, this is like the key line. It is done. It is done. With two exclamation points. I don't know. That's what I like to do. And then I sign off on it. And it's like a commitment to myself to travel through the day in that mindset. But now on the seventh day of each, so I'll do it on the 7th, the 14th, the 21st, the 28th of the guide, I go back and, oh, you know what I realized? Look at that. On day 1 and 2, I did not color in my circles, and I'm going to do that right now because that's cool. I enjoy it. Oh, wait, am I using it right? Yeah, it's purple. So on day 1, color that in. I don't know how I missed that. I think I was so excited to start and to share that I didn't get to go back to also enjoy the process. And I encourage you, whether you're using this or just picking up a journal and kind of doing whatever you want to do, okay? Whatever you're doing, however, whatever method or technique that you're working, it works. It works for you because you believe it works and that it's done and that it is done, right? So I like to do it. I like to do this. I need this little guide to give me direction and structure because it's fun for me, okay? And it should all be fun. It shouldn't be drudgery or, oh God, I got to do this, whatever it is, whatever technique I'm using. Let it be fun. Anyway, okay, so I filled those in. But what I wanted to show you is that on the seventh day, what I do is I go back and I read through, right? I go through line by line again. Now you're really digging into your robotic affirmation. Each page, right? Recognizing all of the I ams. I am wealthy. I am a money magnet, right? I am a magnet for money. Money is a magnet for me. Money flows through me. Money comes from me. I am abundant, right? Going through, recognizing your I am power, that you are the source. You are not, I'm a millionaire. This one I really like because the logical side of me, when I fill this out, is like, dude, you're not a millionaire. You're even far from a millionaire. You don't even know how you're going to be a millionaire and what you're going to do. But I like writing it and I like being in that place. And I like the little battle that my mind, my logical mind, puts in place. Like, no, that's not what's going on. I like that because as I go and I hit this, from when I was doing this 4 years ago to now, yeah, it's like I look at that so much differently than I used to. And it's like the distance between where I'm at and there, it just gets smaller and smaller. The more I affirm that, you know. Still not having the how, not having the answers, but yeah, it's not for us to do that. That's the universe, right? We are the universe. The universe is us. Um, we put this all together with the universe. But continuing on, I go, I am rich, right? I am prosperous. And then I come back to I am money. And so what I do is as I'm going back and reviewing the week and being in the space of that I am for me, I am free of all credit card debt now. whatever it'll be for you. It's just, it's kind of gearing me up. And it's nice because actually today is Sunday. So it kind of kicks me off for my work week tomorrow. But it may not fall that way for you. It's okay. It's just you recognizing, hey, you know what? I've gone through, I've been diligent for a whole week. I'm reviewing all of these. And I think it turns out to be like another 160, something like that, 160, 161 times that on that seventh day, you'll say your affirmation. So it's like a little extra boost at the end of day 7. Okay. So I gave you a little peek. That's a different process than you'll find in my first edition. I'm about to come out with a second edition, and that's good. I'm going to be adding that 7-day process into it to just come back through my affirmations, be in that moment, and feeling good, feeling strong. All right, that's a wrap for today, guys. I want to say, usually what I say at the end of these things is to remind you, you are not powerless. You are whole as you are. You're complete. Man, you're perfect. And I want to, get up in the mirror in the morning. You got to tell yourselves that, like, hey, I love myself. I'm whole. I'm complete. I'm perfect because you are. It's nothing that needs to be done. You don't need to be fixed. You just need to remember that you are source and that it all ultimately comes from you. It comes from me. It comes from us. All right. You guys have a great day, and we'll come back to it again in a few days. Bye bye.